Afternoon for this Stones Bitter League clash. Bradford versus St Helens, 12th of April 1987. Saints out in the reserve strip today. I'll just run through the teams for you now. St Helens first, of course. Number 1, Beavers. 2, Ledger. 3, Laughlin. 4, Allen. 5, Litherland. 6, Parks. 7, Doherty. 8, Farber. 9, Harrison. 10, Fieldhouse. 11, Platt. 12, Haggerty. 13, Arkwright. 14, Dwyer and 15, Burke. The Bradford team, number 1, Mumby, 2, Ford, 3, Donlan, 4, Sidebottom, 5, Race, 6, Helliwell, 7, Harkin, 8, Gratian, 9, Noble, 10, Hobbs, 11, Graham, 12, Furbank, 13, Holmes. Terry Holmes there, it's Saints' first chance to play against him since he was signed by Bradford. Substitute for Bradford, 14, Potts and 15, White. Kevin McCormick out of action today. Talking to Kevin just before the match, he's got an infected groin. He's hoping this is going to clear up in 2 or 3 days, but he's unable to play in today's match. As Saints captain there, Chris Arkwright, with Bradford captain Jeff Grayson, veteran forward for Bradford. Tossing up now a fine day here at Oddsall Stadium. It's a real pleasure here at Oddsall Stadium now. They've done it up really nice. Just get the cover on the opposite side to us here now. They cover it up, I'm sure it's tremendous. Always the long haul for walking from the dressing rooms, which was right at the top of the hill, but they're underneath that stand opposite now, and far better conditions for the players. So Paul Laughlin lining up. I would imagine Bradford winning the toss. Saints kick off. Taken by number 10, Hobbs, recent signing from Oldham. Hobbs is an ex-Featherstone forward as well. And Noble taking it left onto Gratian. Paul Farber taking the number 8 shirt today, and Chris Arkwright with Dave Harrison bundle him down, and Bradford moving it to the left. So Noble again taking the acting half-back position. Bradford moving it crossfield. Paul Arkin in there, flinging it left. Roy Haggerty, Chris Arkwright quickly in with Dave Harrison again. A tremendous work rate this Harrison. Bradford kicking upfield. Phil Weavers well positioned, gathers that ball, brings it over here to the Saints left wing. But solid Bradford tackling in there, bundle him down. David Harrison now, first touch of the ball. On to Paul Farber, driving forward, brought down 5 yards short of the halfway line with Dave Harrison again. Oh, Dave Harrison now taking the acting half-back position, taking it right. Over to Doherty, on to John Fieldhouse. Pass on to Brian Parks there, takes it inside. And Saints bundle down just 5 yards inside Bradford half. Harrison again taking it blindside onto Haggerty, lurking there on that right wing, flings it out, standing up in the tackle onto John Fieldhouse, just looking for support there, but Bradford penalised for a trip on John Fieldhouse as he did with that ball. So first penalty of the game, going to Saints after just over a minute of play, and Paul Laughlin going to take a kick at goal, trying to get early points on the board. Already kicked 175 this season, Paul Laughlin, the league's leading try scorer and leading point scorer. Kicked 5 goals midweek against Barrow. A rather drab game, but we ran out winners 26 points to 4. Most exciting part of that game, I think, was Barry Ledger's try right in the 40th minute. Paul Laughlin lines up now, takes it, slices it, and goes not very near the sticks, but the ball goes down, taken by Hobbs. Terry Holmes acting half-back and feeds it on to Phil Ford. So David, Brian Noble, I beg your pardon, acting half-back, and Bradford taking it left. Loose ball there. Bradford gather it, in John McDonnell's opinion, the ball going backwards, and Bradford still able to play this ball. Coming back to Paul Harkin, who kicks for touch and finds touch just short of Saints 25. So first scrum of the game now, right on Saints 25, with Paul Doherty to feed. Paul Doherty making his 4th appearance of the season with the first team, but the scrum not to referee McDonald's liking, so it's down again. And before Paul Doherty can put the ball in, Saints penalised for a loose arm. At the scrum. So Keith Mumby comes up, kicks to touch, pegging the Saints back. It's about 15 yards from Saints try line now with Bradford in possession. Just taking the penalty onto Gratian, ball coming cross field. Feeds the ball up, what's a forward pass there out of that tackle, but Mumby links up with him. Oh, beg your pardon, it's Mal Graham, I think. Links up, and Bradford take an early score. Yes, just been announced, Mal Graham being announced as the try scorer. Bradford playing 15 yards from Saints line for a penalty that's just been awarded. The ball coming cross field. I just couldn't see who was bursting through, but he flicked that ball up. It was definitely flicked up forward, but Mal Graham backing up on the end of it, being allowed to carry on and touching down to the right of the sticks. Well, Mumby there converting the Graham try. So Bradford take an early lead after 5 minutes, 6 points to nil. So it's being penalised at the scrum, and another from the penalty kick, a further 10 yards. Bradford converting that penalty, so 6-0 in the lead. The ball taken by David Hobbs from the kick-off there. John Fieldhouse, Dave Harrison and Sean Allen quickly there, bundle him down. So Bradford still in their own 25. Chris Arkwright, Paul Farber and Dave Harrison in again. Number 12, Furbank, take him down, but it's Gratian now spreading the ball. Renowned ball playing prop forward, this Jeff Gratian. About 37 years of age, but still does a tremendous job. And it's Grayson with the ball. He takes some pulling down, just pulled down outside his own 25 by Roy Haggerty and Paul Farber. Noble acting half-back, brings it right to Harkin, on to Holmes, tries to split the defence, but shade of obstruction there, but the ball's loose. Offside, but a knock-on being ruled. Phil Ford coming in to pick that ball up there. Looks as though he's a slightly offside position, but being ruled a knock-on by referee McDonald. So it's a scrum down, Doherty to feed. Ball coming out with the feed, first clean scrum we've had. On to Brian Parks, trying to split the defence open, flings the ball back. Gathered by the Bradford player. So Bradford in possession, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Furbank trying to burst through. Noble acting half-back for Bradford, taking it left onto Harkin, looking to create the gap. Mal Graham, try scorer, coming up, linking up, but no way through for him this time. Dave Harrison takes him down, but it's Bradford in possession again. Well, Bradford crowd appealing, but nothing in that. Good solid tackling from Roy Haggerty and Paul Farber. The ball coming crossfield. Straight into touch by the Bradford man there. Hobbs, number 10 forward, flings a pass out. It's 4 men in support, but the ball going directly into touch from the pass, so it's a scrum down now, just 5 yards inside Saints half. With Paul Doherty again to feed. Ball going with the feed, quickly out onto Brian Parks. Misses Sean Allen out, Phil Weaver's linking up. Onto Paul Loughlin, but the ball going forward. It's going to be a scrum down again. 10 yards inside Saints half, with Paul Loughlin just receiving some attention there. I beg your pardon, Phil Weaver's. Paul Loughlin already lined up. Obviously Phil Weaver's taking a knock in, linking up with his backs there. So referee McDonald Stops the clock temporarily while Phil Weaver's received some attention. Phil Weaver's man of the match at the midweek match versus Barrow. But he's up and about now, and away we go. Paul Harkin to feed for Bradford. Referee McDonald trying to turn the scrum, the ball goes in. Central hung about in the middle, but Paul Doherty being penalised for offside at the play of the ball. So it's Harkin. Oh, Mumby gives it to Mumby. Mumby stepping up to take his penalty kick to touch. Finds touch 5 yards short of Saints 25. So Bradford still in the lead, 6 points to 0. 9 minutes of this game gone so far. Jeff Gratian, lofted pass out there. Well, another forward pass from Bradford, been allowed to play on. And Andy Platt, Dave Allison and Paul Farber, the front row quickly in. Chris Arkwright and Andy Platt again. Unleashed Bradford attackers down onto Harkin, going cross-field. Super tackling there, John Fieldhouse has him. Bradford pressing 15 yards from Saints line now. Harkin taking the acting half-back position. Brings it to the right. Mumby linking up onto David Hobbs. Taken down there, Bradford not gaining any ground with that move at all. But still in possession. And the last tackle for Bradford. Is it coming back to Harkin for a drop goal? Yes, he comes back there and Harkin drops a goal. So after 9 minutes, Bradford go further into the lead with a drop goal. They'll extend the lead further to 7 points to 0. Early days yet though, only 10 minutes gone now of this game. Bradford coming to with the end of season display. They won last Sunday here, 11 points to 10 versus Warrington. The Saints kick off, it goes back to Phil Ford. He gathers the ball safely but decides to kick up into Saints half. Well taken by Phil Weavers. Still limping though, Phil Weavers. Feeds on to Sean Allen. Gains a valuable 10 yards. And it's Dave Allison, acting half-back for Saints. Taking it right, onto Chris Arkwright, onto Roy Haggerty. Steps right out to one, beats one, going over to that right side. Brilliant break by Haggerty there. But Paul Loughlin up there, Barry Ledger with him. He just couldn't release that ball, but first bit of pressure Saints will put on to John Fieldhouse now. Flings it out to Chris Arkwright into space. Support there, taken by Paul Doherty. And Saints attacking this Bradford line, brought down less than 10 yards short of Bradford line with Dave Allison acting half-back. Bringing it left to Chris Arkwright, on to John Fieldhouse. Short ball to Andy Platt. Back to John Fieldhouse, does well to take that ball. Going crossfield, onto Doherty. Short ball onto Brian Parks. Onto Paul Farber, linking up there. Roy Haggerty lurking there on the right wing. He's brought down 10 yards short of this Bradford line. The Saints again, taking it from one side to the other, bringing it back onto Sean Allen. Ball coming back out to Brian Parks, but a knock-on ruled. Goes a scrum down just inside Bradford 25. The score still 7 points to 0 for Bradford. With Paul Harkin to feed this scrum when referee McDonald finally has it to his liking. The ball goes with the feed, so Bradford's first clean heel of the day. Brought down by Phil Weavers and Chris Arkwright right on the 25. So Mumby acting half-back. Takes it over. John Fieldhouse and Andy Platt well in there. So Mumby again taking the acting half-back position. Fieldhouse and Platt again. But Mumby just eludes them. Bradford with Donlan onto Ford. But taken by Sean Allen, flings the ball out. Noble in support, gathers the ball. And Bradford still in possession, onto Ford, acting half-back. Bradford taking it left onto Harkin, crossfield to Holmes, into number 12, Furbank. But good tackling there from Paul Loughlin coming in field. Furbank plays it to himself, tries to go forward. Roy Haggerty and Paul Farber stop him. But the ball going loose, quickly taken there by Brian Parks. Oh, Dave Allison, I beg your pardon. Quickly down on that loose ball. The Saints in possession now, midway between the halfway and their own 25. Arkwright onto Brian Parks, onto Paul Loughlin, eludes one tackle, brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line, with Barry Ledger acting half-back, and Saints bringing it left. Onto Chris Arkwright, looking for the half gap, turns round, feeds onto Paul Doherty, jinking about, looking for the way through, but taken down just short of the halfway line. But Saints still in possession, taking it blindside, Dave Harrison, onto Andy Platt. The last tackle now for Saints, onto Doherty, jinking about, releases it to Roy Haggerty, grubbers for touch and finds touch, 5 yards short of Bradford 25. Paul Doherty trying to jink through there, but no way through for him, fed onto Roy Haggerty, and uncharacteristic of Roy Haggerty, grubbers for touch and finds touch just short of Bradford 25. Scrum down now with Harkin to feed, ball going, looks as though it's coming out Saints side, but going with the feed. So Bradford in possession, just getting outside their own 25. Furbank trying to drive through. Mumby up, taking the acting half-back position. And linking up early Mumby, and Bradford bring it cross-field. So Bradford still in possession, pegged down just outside their own 25. And to Jeff Gratian, feeds it inside to Noble. Taken down just over the halfway line. Good tackle from Sean Allen, standing centre today, and Dennis Litherland. And Holmes in possession now. Feeding it onto Donlan, out to Phil Ford. Up this right wing, but Beavers takes him out. On to number 11 Grail, back to Donlan. Inside to Ford. Flings it back in field, but loose ball, Phil Beavers gathers it. Bradford unlucky there. Got some sustained Saints tackling. Oh, Bradford out. Phil Beavers got into that ball. David Harrison coming away, trying to duck under a few tackles, gains a valuable 10, 15 yards. And Saints receive a penalty. For Bradford trying to pinch the ball at that tackle. So Paul Loughlin stepping up, kicks for touch from that penalty, and finds touch midway between the halfway and Saints 25. Quarter of an hour gone, and 7-0 Bradford in the lead. Dave Allison to restart. Plays on to John Fieldhouse. Looking for support. Gets it back to Dave Allison. Saints taking it crossfield. Chris Arkwright. Short ball there on to Brian Parks. Playing the standoff role today. But the ball being ruled to have been knocked on in that tackle by Brian Parks. So it's a scrum down 5 yards inside Saints half. With Paul Harkin to feed, the ball going in again and coming out. Bradford side and taking it left. Mumby linking up with his back division. And Bradford taking it left. Phil Helliwell there, stand off for Bradford, trying to break through. Integration now. Running right into Roy Haggerty. Pushing Haggerty off, but Andy Platt, Paul Farber and Arkwright do the job, bundle him down, but ball with Harkin now for Bradford, bringing it crossfield into number 4 side bottom on that Bradford left wing. Back to Harkin again, tries to grubber for touch, and the ball just going into touch. Paul Loughlin just couldn't, beg your pardon, Barry Ledger there, getting back for that ball, but just couldn't stop it going in to touch, so it's a scrum down. 5 yards short of Saints' try line. Obviously the ball going in off Barry Ledger, so Paul Harkin to feed, the ball coming out with the feed. So Bradford cleaning up on the scrum so far, still in possession. Less than 10 yards from Saints' line. Helliwell here over on the right wing. The Bradford left centre, but he's over here lurking on this Bradford right wing. Bradford on the attack. Onto Hobbs, David Hobbs feeds out. The ball still in Bradford's possession, but having a judge to have touched Dave Harrison in that move, and Bradford with another 6 tackles now. So Brian Noble acting half back, and Bradford bringing it over to the right. Onto Phil Ford. First pass Dennis Litherland. And goes in at the corner for another Bradford try. But being adjudged to have gone in touch. Well, it's tremendous pace, this Phil forward. Rounded Dennis Littleland there, but must have put a foot into touch before touching down, one-handed in the corner. The ball coming out, Bradford side again, so Bradford cleaning up the scrums at present, 5-2. Bradford taking it left, Mumby linking up, still going forward. Being brought down 5 yards short of Saints try line. Noble taking the acting half-back position. Bradford moving it left onto Harkin. Onto Mulgraham, trying to run through. Evades one tackle, trying to barge through. Brought down inches short of Saints try line. So Bradford now to play the ball, trying to butter through. So referee MacDonald right on the job, but he's brought down short of Saints try line. With Noble acting half-back for Bradford, bringing it back to Mumby. John Fieldhouse quickly in there, and Dave Harrison. Dave Harrison finally stopping him round the legs. Solid tackle from Farber there. Bradford being pushed back. It's the last tackle for Bradford. Will they have a go for a drop goal from the play the ball to Harkin, and Harkin drops a goal again. So after 19 minutes, Bradford another point further in the lead, 8-0. Bradford putting the pressure on Saints in this first 20 minutes of the first half. 8-0 lead for them at present. Saints kick off. The ball coming back to Hobbs. He kicks upfield, gathered by Phil Beavers. Drives over the halfway line, being brought down. Well, I don't know what Bradford's idea of this is, but trying to peg us down in our own half, obviously, but they can give us the ball every time. Let's see if we can do something with it this time. On to Paul Farber. Driving forward, still going. Stepping in at the number 8 shirt today for Tony Burke, who's dropped to the substitute. On to Roy Haggerty. Breaks out of one tackle, but brought down there by Brian Noble, midway between the halfway line and Bradford 25. And Saints bringing it left onto John Fieldhouse, turning inside to Paul Doherty, I think. Or is it Dave Harrison? Dave Harrison it is. Brought down on Bradford 25. There's Doherty now, the ball coming left onto Phil Beavers, linking up. Ball being charged down, so it's going to be a further 6 tackles again. Brian Parks tidying up. Goes crossfield, tries to beat the Bradford man, but bundled down unceremoniously just inside the Bradford half. So Saints again with 6 tackles. On to Doherty. On to Andy Platt. Tries to break through there, but Bradford tattlers hold firm. So Saints still in possession. On to Chris Arkwright. Looking with a half gap to break through. John Fieldhouse and Dave Harrison in support. So it's Harrison taking it. On to John Fieldhouse. But a forward pass being ruled by referee MacDonald. Well, he saw that one, but that's how it goes, I suppose. So it's a scrum down midway between the halfway and Bradford 25, with Paul Harkin to feed. Ball coming out again with the feed, so Bradford taking the 6th scrum of the afternoon. On to Halliwell there, versing through Donlan, taking the acting half-back position, brings it to right, onto Terry Holmes. Coming over here, linking up with the right wing. Donlan again, acting half-back, taking it left to Harkin, onto Graham, Mal Graham, Chris Arkwright. Mal Graham releasing it, and Chris Arkwright there takes his man down. Mumby linking up, but Mal Graham again. Acting half-back from Mumby, drives through on his own. It's Mumby again. Feeds on to Harkin, coming this right wing, onto Donlan, but Sean Allen, Saints left centre for today, saw that well and snuffed Donlan out. On to Ford, he's a danger man, very speed merchant, but running into touch there. Should have flung that ball back in field, plenty of Bradford support, but he ran into touch with it, so it's a scrum down again. 10 yards outside Saints 25 with Doherty to feed, but the scrum not formed correctly. Referee MacDonald orders them to pack again. The ball coming out with the feed. Saints with it. Paul Doherty going cross field, break by Doherty, onto Sean Allen, onto Paul Loughlin, over the halfway line now, inside to Barry Ledger. Can he make something of it, Ledger? Saints pace wingman is still going. Brought down with the 25. Well, a good 50-yard combination there from Saints. Phil Weaver's linking up there. Onto Paul Farber, steaming forward. Just get inside Bradford 25 now. With Dave Harrison acting half-back onto Doherty. Crossfield to Haggerty. Running straight at him, Haggerty. Looking for support. Andy Platt coming up there, but they bundle Roy Haggerty to ground. And it's 20 yards from Bradford try line with Saints in possession. John Fieldhouse. The ball being knocked down by Bradford man as John Fieldhouse attempted to pass that ball out to Brian Parks. I think it was linking up with him. Terry Holmes coming away with it. But a knock on ruled, and it's a scrum down right on Bradford 25. Doherty to feed. Ball coming with the feed. Loop movement with Chris Arkwright. Ball coming back to Brian Parks. On to Phil Weavers, linking up. Tries to beat 1 and 2, looking for support, but brought down with that ball. But Brian Parks, straight from the acting half-back. Feeds on to Sean Allen, going for the Bradford line. Brought down about 15 yards short of the Bradford line. Dennis Litherland acting half-back. Saints taking it right. Chris Arkwright, a rather awkward ball, gathers that ball. Tries to break through the Bradford defence, but they hold firm. Doherty from the acting half-back position, going on his own. And brought down 15 yards short of Bradford line. With Dave Harrison bringing it left. It's a Chris Arkwright. Short ball onto Farber. Looking to pass out to John Fieldhouse. It's the last tackle now for Saints. Onto Fieldhouse. Grubbers through. So Terry Holmes gathers that ball. So Bradford in possession, 5 yards from their own line. Still leading 8 points to 0. And 25 minutes of this game gone so far. So Noble taking the acting half-back position. And Bradford moving it to the left. Chris Arkwright and Roy Haggerty in there. So Gratian in possession. Tries to flick up from the tackle. He's a good ball playing forward, this Gratian, in the veteran stages, but still takes some pulling down, and he can flick that ball up in the tackle. Bradford still in possession now, brought down midway between the halfway and their own 25. Bringing it to the right, up to Harkin. Picks up field, but Phil Weaver's well positioned, but obviously limping. Barry Ledger comes up, feeds onto Ledger, bursts through, looking for support. Onto Sean Allen, coming cross field. Good solid tackle there, Mumby I think, is it? Yes, Mumby. Stopping Sean Allen, passing the ball out to Dennis Litherland. But Andy Platt now, steaming forward. Paul Doherty linking up with him, but the Bradford tacklers all firm. Paul Doherty acting up, back onto John Fieldhouse. Onto Chris Arkwright, but he knocks the ball down. Can't regather it. Bradford man drop on the loose ball, so Bradford in possession. Hobbs, I think it is, plays it to himself, drives over the 25. So another bit of Saints attack ends with a loose ball. And Bradford in possession. Bring it right, Harkin. Crossfield, Holmes onto Hobbs. Passes out to Donlan. Dummies with Holmes, but goes on his own, Donlan, and brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line. Bradford again, bringing it blindside, over to Speed Merchant forward. Taken into touch by Dennis Litherland this time. Obviously Dennis Litherland not having it, did well this time. Took him round the waist and bundled him into touch. So it's another scrum. Nearly 10 yards into Saints half. With Paul Doherty to feed. Well, Paul Doherty unable to feed that scrum due to it collapsing in the centre, and referee MacDonald ordering them to pack again. The ball going in by Paul Doherty. He goes in there, gathers that ball, so Saints catching up on the scrums now. 6 scrums to 5 in Bradford's favour. And Brian Parks there. On to Roy Haggerty. Taking him on Haggerty. Lovely pass out to Sean Allen. Inside to Paul Loughlin. Stretches his legs there. Well taken down. Gratian, I think, takes him down. 10 yards inside the Bradford half, and Saints bringing it left. Arkwright onto John Fieldhouse. Lovely pass onto Dennis Litherland. Down this left wing. Goes inside Litherland. Still going. Brought down about 15 yards short of Bradford line. Andy Platt stepping up, taking the acting half-back position, and Saints going to move it right. Onto Dave Harrison. Onto John Fieldhouse. Looking for the gap, lofted past there, onto Sean Allen, short one onto Phil Vevers, linking up. Saints should get points on the board here. Phil Vevers gets it out to Loughlin, over to Barry Ledger. Is he in at the corner? Well, brought down short, is it? Or a try being ruled by referee MacDonald? Well, very hard to tell from this commentary position, especially with the the corner of the Bradford's ground curling up slightly there, and the turf being laid down there, as you can see, the quilted efforts, but Barry Ledger getting in there at the corner for his 21st try of the season, equal leading try scorer at St Helens now, with Kevin McCormick, who's out today with a groin injury. So rather difficult conversion attempt for Paul Loughlin, but Saints getting some of the deficit back, 8 points to 4 now at present, with Paul Loughlin about 30 odd yards out with the angle, but goes across the front of the posts, and 8 points to 4. Bradford in the lead with just the 29th minute of this game coming up. A good play there from Saints. Phil Vevers linking up, doing well to get that ball out to Paul Loughlin, who in turn got it out to Barry Ledger. And a good Bradford mouthpiece over here on the right hand side, hearing his views. I think we could hear him in St Helens without the aid of the microphone, but it's Bradford to kick off now. Saints just scoring there in the 28th minute, a Barry Ledger try, 8 points to 4. Ball kicked off, taken by Dennis Litherland. Fends one off, goes crossfield Litherland. And Saints in possession with Chris Arkwright. John Fieldhouse linking up with him, but solid tackling there from Bradford. Bundle him down, can't release the ball. David Harrison feeds on to Paul Farber. Saints bringing it left on to John Fieldhouse. Turns round in the tackle, unloads to Andy Platt. Andy Platt taking it over there to the right. Tries to flick it up to Paul Loughlin, but can't release that ball. And it's David Harrison again. Taking it blindside over to Roy Haggerty. He'll take him on Haggerty. Tries to pass out, but he passed out as he was taken down, and the ball going directly into touch. Puts a scrum down midway between the halfway and Saints 25. With Bradford in the lead at present, 8 points to 4. And half an hour of this game gone so far. Parkin now to feed. Ball coming out with the feed. Well, that's international Luke of this Noble. And Dave Harrison, capable of standing, ex-Waterloo Rugby Union for Saints, but he's caught up with some of the scrums, but just Bradford taking the scrum 7-5 at present. Bradford on the attack onto number 4, side bottom, brought down just short of the 25 with a good solid tackle from David Harrison. But Harkin now trying to go through. Andy Platt, I think that is, tapped his ankles, and Paul Farber completed the tackle, but Mal Graham in possession for Bradford. 20 yards short of Saints try line. It's the last tackle for Bradford now, with Brian Noble acting half-back position and bringing it right to Harkin. Offers to kick, but on to forward. Dennis Litherland takes him down. Last tackle now, and Saints with the ball. Brian Parks, I think it is, in there. Yes, Brian Parks in there. Took that ball from the tackle, but plays it to Sean Allen, tries to come away, clear the Saints line, but it's Saints taking it right. Paul Farber coming through, pushes Donlan off, but no way through Hobbs. David Hobbs, ex-Oldham and Featherstone forward, bundles him down onto John Fieldhouse. Flicks the ball up there, but the Bradford man, Graham, lying there in the Saints line out, gathers the ball. Uncharacteristic there for John Fieldhouse. I can imagine Graham shouted for that ball, but Bradford attacking the Saints line now, 20 yards from Saints try line. They lose the ball there, and Saints coming away with it onto Roy Haggerty. High stepping forward, breaks through. Good 20-yard run there from Haggerty. Valuable yardage from this international packman. Gained his first full international honours this season against France, but it's Chris Arkwright now. brought down midway between the halfway and Saints 25. On to John Fieldhouse. Inside to Dave Harrison. Just brought down short of the halfway line. Saints still on the attack. Chris Arkwright, short ball onto Andy Platt. It's the last tackle now coming up for Saints. Phil Beavers to Paul Loughlin. Dummies, feeds inside to Beavers. Grubbers for touch. I think it hit the Bradford man there, but it goes into touch. And it's a scrum down 5 yards inside Saints half. 33 minutes gone and Bradford still 8 points to 4 in the lead. Paul Doherty to feed the scrum for Saints. The ball going with the feed. Doherty comes away with it. It's coming cross field. Well taken down there. Helliwell, I think it is. Takes him down. On to Paul Loughlin. Going over there to the right. And to Dave Harrison. Roy Haggerty lurking over there. Feeds inside. Takes him on and feeds inside. To Parks. Onside to Harrison. Gets the ball out to Fieldhouse. Saints throwing about a bit now. Fieldhouse trying to stride through. Linking up Chris Arkwright. Overlap here for Saints. Andy Platt. Inside to Sean Allen. Beats one. Inside again to Barry Ledger. No way that Ledger will be stopped here. Yes. Oh, just brought down short of the sticks. Barry Ledger tried to get up quickly to play the ball. Being hampered, but Saints on the attack. Quick hands, Phil Beavers. The ball coming back. John Fieldhouse. Another 6 tackles for Saints. Feeds inside to Brian Parks. Linking up well. Yes, there's McDonald, waves him off well. Barry Ledger just brought down short, but Saints on the attack. Doherty. On to Andy Platt. What's a forward pass being ruled there by referee McDonald? Well, he rules a forward pass there. He was stood round with the Bradford line out, but he didn't see that one, which Grayson, I think it was, flicked up to Mal Graham when he scored in the 4th minute. But it's a scrum down now. The Bradford taking some sustained Saints pressure. Saints being penalised at the scrum. For a loose arm as they were scrumming down there, so Bradford taking the 3rd penalty of the afternoon against one for Saints, and Mumby to kick for touch. Slices his kick, doesn't gain very much ground there. 5 minutes to go in this first half, and Bradford just brought down on their own 25. A good front row combination. Fieldhouse and Farber bundle him down, bundle David Hobbs down. Noble onto Grayson. Turns in the tattle, tries to release the ball, but did well that time. Andy Platt and Chris Arkwright take him down. So it's Noble again. And taking it left onto Harkin. Graham, Furbank it is that time. Linking up well. Harkin trying to go through, diagonal run from this lad, brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line, and Bradford again. And to race this left winger for Bradford, brought down just over the halfway. Bradford bringing it right onto Grayson. Crossfield. Helliwell there, jinking with the ball, but Dave Harrison, Chris Arkwright combination, thunder him down to the ground. Last tackle now, Holmes. And the ball, Grubbers to touch, and the ball going into touch midway between Saints 25 and the halfway. Saints putting a lot of pressure on there, unlucky not to be brought down. Barry Ledger looked as though he was in the clear, but a tremendous run from Phil forward. Bradford take that scrum. Phil forward in possession now, but taken down by Dennis Litherland. Onto Harkin, crossfield to Holmes. Onto Mumby, linking up. Goes through. Graham looking for the return pass, but brought down. But Bradford still on the attack. Grayson onto Harkin, looking for the runners, onto Furbank. But the ball being adjudged to have been knocked on there as Helliwell links up well. The ball being thrown up out of the tattle there, and referee McDonald ordering a scrum just outside Saints 25. Doherty to feed. Goes in after the ball. Referee McDonald not given any signal yet, but I would imagine Doherty coming up with the ball. Yes, he has done. So Saints win that scrum. Arkwright, Chris Arkwright, Saints captain, with the ball. Feeds over left to Sean Allen. Doherty coming over here with Sean Allen. Saints just brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line with Doherty acting half-back, taking it right to Fieldhouse. Crossfield to Farber, straightens up, comes back over here. Feeds on to Sean Allen and Saints change direction again. On to Doherty, looking for the way through, flicks it back to Arkwright. Quick hands here from Saints, on to Andy Platt. Flicks it up. Halliwell flicked that ball up. How he managed to get that ball, but he runs into the left of the post for a try. That's Halliwell the standoff. The ball being flung out, Saints in possession, and Halliwell coming here, pinching that ball, and Bradford going further into the lead, 12 points to 4. Well, yes, Halliwell being confirmed by the PA system, has scored in that try. A good bit of opportunism from this Bradford standoff. Chased that loose ball from Saints, turned round as he gathered it, and nobody could lay a finger on him. He went over to the left of the sticks. So Mumby now, already kicked one today, lining up. Should be quite easy for a kicker of Mumby's capability. So at present Saints in 12-4 deficit, and about a minute of this first half remaining. No, well, Mumby missing that goal there. So just 12 points to 4, Bradford in the lead, and all on for full time in this first half. Well, a good score if you're a Bradford spectator from the point of them just before half time. And Paul Loughlin kicks off, gathered by Phil Ford on his own line. Comes forward, goes crossfield, but Paul Doherty initially stops him. And Brian Parks links up to assist. So Bradford on their own 25, still in possession, onto Gratian, steaming up from deep, takes some pulling down. Finally brought down 10 yards short of the halfway line. Roy Haggerty, Barry Ledger, Brian Parks combination there. So Al Graham in possession. Bradford taking it back, but not making much ground at present. Noble again coming away from the acting half-back position. Over the halfway line of Bradford. Onto Harkin. Dummies, comes crossfield. Lofted pass there onto Ford. Down this right wing. Runs into touch again. Well, I don't know what's up with him at all today. Bloke of his capability running into touch. No, he had to go inside, he had to go in field, but he runs directly into touch, and it's a scrum down midway between the halfway and Saints 25. And there's the half-time hooter with Bradford going in with a 12 points to 4 lead. Saints only points coming from a 28th minute Barry Ledger try. We're back with you here at Hodsall Stadium with Bradford in a 12 points to 4 half-time lead. Saints not leaving the field at half-time, taking the break over there at the dugout with Alex Murphy. Obviously the half-time team talk. Neither team making a substitution in the first half, but I think Saints have brought Bernard Dwyer on.
Number 14, Martin Potts, replaces number 4, Gary Sidebottom.
So as you heard there, Bradford making a substitute at half-time. Potts coming on for Sidebottom. Bradford kick off. Saints gather the ball and being Bernard Dwyer, first touch of the ball being brought down on his own 25. John Fieldhouse flicks it out to Chris Arkwright. Short pass on to Sean Allen. Break on here for Saints. Paul Loughlin linking up with Sean Allen, but didn't look as though he could see Loughlin on his inside, but Saints on the attack. Paul Farber steaming through. Saints again, taking it left, onto Arkwright. John Fieldhouse linking up well. Played well this Fieldhouse since he had a cartilage operation shortly after he came to Saints, and real tremendous international forward. Sean Allen in possession, steps out to one, feeds back to Paul Farber, who again looks for Andy Platt. Coming down this wing, try on here for Saints, must be. Platt going for the line, ball comes in field, taken by Doherty, but he loses the ball. Gathered by Bradford there. Well, Saints overlap, plenty overlap for Saints there, and they just can't make it count. Well, Bradford in possession, with Noble coming away with that ball. Bernard Dwyer in there, bringing the Bradford man down 10 yards away from his own try line. And Noble again taking it onto Grayson, looks to feed the ball inside and does so onto Grayson, onto Graham, who in turn flicks it up to Donlan. Playing well at Bradford, flicking it up, backing the man up, and the ball coming back to Harkin, who kicks crossfield for touch, and a real siding kick there from Harkin, finds touch 5 yards inside Saints 25. And Saints putting the pressure on Bradford there. Andy Platt breaking through, plenty of Saints support, but the ball going down, being put down. He passed it inside to Doherty, he couldn't gather that ball. The ball going down, Bradford falling on it, and now we're at the other end of the field now. Bradford on the attack, but it's 5 yards inside Saints 25 with Doherty to feed. First scrum of the second half, and tempers getting a little heated in the scrum. Well, players being brought out. Bradford Northern getting a free kick there. Paul Farber being dragged out. Chris Arkwright being told to go away. So referee MacDonald having a word with Paul Farber. So Bradford getting the first penalty of the second half, and Mumby electing to go for goal, I think. Well, obviously referee MacDonald judging foul play in the scrum, as you know, for any other offence apart from foul play it's a differential penalty. So Keith Mumby lining up. Already kicked one goal today in Bradford's 12 points. The others coming from Mal Graham try and 2 Harkin drop goals. And a late 38th minute Halliwell try. So Keith Mumby lining up now. No. Message with that one, so Bradford Northern still 12 points to 4 in the lead, and nearly 4 minutes of the second half gone. The ball being dropped out there. Grayson gathers. Paul Farber in John Fieldhouse in attention, but Dave Harrison, tremendous tackler for Saints, takes him round the legs. No way they can go once you get them round the legs. It's Harkin, short ball onto Terry Holmes. Ball going loose. And the linesman, the touch judge is on here for something he's seen in the tackle. Well, I was following the ball, I didn't see that incident at all, but the Bradford man's down there. Bradford man down there, and the referee stops the clock. Both touch judges on now, having consultation with referee MacDonald. So referee MacDonald listening to what the touch judges have to say. Now he's calling over Bernard Dwyer, it looks like. Yes, Bernard Dwyer being spoken to by John MacDonald and going in his little notebook. Just come on, substitute for Brian Parks at half time. Bernard Dwyer. The Bradford crowd here crying for blood, but he's been put in the book. still receiving attention. Now Bradford are going to be forced to make another substitution. Obviously a penalty to Bradford for that incident, whatever it may be. It looks like Harkin, live wire scrum half Harkin, who's receiving treatment. Yeah, boss. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks very much. Hey? Yeah. Yes, well, it looks as though Bradford are going to make a substitution now, with Harkin going off.
The substitution to Bradford number 7 for Harkin.
So White coming on for Harkin. So a shuffle round in the Bradford side. Well, he's a key man in the Bradford side, so maybe Terry Holmes will be stepping up to the half-back position and Graham going to loose forward, something like that. Anyway, the resulting penalty for Bradford and Mumby. Keith Mumby, this veteran full-back for Bradford, lining up to see if he can convert this into points as Bradford make the substitution. So Mumby lining up. Obviously a reshuffle, as I said, in the Bradford side. Looks as though Mumby lining up there, while Phil Ford is taking the full-back position. Anyway, from that incident which Bernard Dwyer was adjudged to have been the perpetrator, the resulting penalty, first chance of points for either side this second half. Mumby steps up, looks good, yes, he slots it right between the sticks. So 5 minutes gone of this second half, and Mumby with a penalty goal. So Bradford extend the lead further now, 14 points to 4. 14 points to 4, Bradford in the lead. Saints quickly kick off. Bradford again, kick that ball upfield. Phil Vivers gathers it. On the run and brought down right on the halfway line. Quickly played onto Dave Harrison, trying to burrow through this Bradford attack. It's Holmes and substitute White bundling down. It's Bernard Dwyer knocks on there to play the ball. Bradford, White comes up with the ball, but the ball being already adjudged to have been knocked on by Bernard Dwyer, so it's a scrum down nearly 10 yards inside Bradford half. And the clock is stopped further for an injury to one of the Saints players. I just can't see, it's just obscured from my vision. Dave Harrison receiving some treatment from Saints physio Tim Deakin, and Terry Holmes taking the scrum half position, feeds the ball, and Bradford hook the ball, so they come away with the ball just outside the half, just inside the half. Solid Saints tackling there, bundling down. Well, I don't know what they want, these Bradford lots. This is a body contact sport. It's tattle the man, and you've got to get them down. Make sure the progress doesn't go any further, and Farber there, and Harrison. And Farber receiving a kick for his trouble off Gratian at that ball, the ball going loose. John Fieldhouse gathering that loose ball, so Saints in possession again now, just outside their own 25. Bernard Dwyer going crossfield, well, Gratian going in there, obviously in retaliation, and rightly being penalised by referee MacDonald. Well, rightly so. He should go in the boot now. There's no danger, there's no need for that at all. That was a blatant pump by Gratian he made his intentions clear. This touch judge on this side had no intentions of going in, but Saints get a penalty for that. So Paul Loughlin to kick for touch. Well, I just only hope he goes in again, Gratian, when Dwyer gets the ball again, because he'll be going for the early bath. So it's Saints in possession now. Well, this will fire Saints up, no doubt. Dave Harrison acting half-back, crossfield, onto Chris Arkwright, straightens up, takes him on. Well, in there again, number 10, Hobbs this time, throws one in at Chris Arkwright. So obviously the game warming up a bit, onto Sean Allen, straightens up, comes across field, but Mal Graham stops his gallop. Dave Harrison again for Saints, brings it right, onto John Fieldhouse. Good pass there to Paul Loughlin, beats one, heading for this touchdown. Beats another one, Paul Loughlin, but being brought down a three-man Bradford tackle just inside Bradford 25. So it's Saints on the attack now, did well there. Paul Loughlin gained for 25, 30 yards and beat two tacklers. With a loose ball, still with Saints. Quickly onto Bernard Dwyer, passes out to Phil Weavers, onto Roy Haggerty, lurking over there on that left wing. Beats one Haggerty, feeds onto Dennis Litherland, inside. Ball still with Saints. Phil Weavers, I think they're linking up. Brought down 10 yards short of Bradford line. It's the last tackle now for Saints. Phil Weavers now, onto Sean Allen. John Fieldhouse, onto Paul Farmer, the ball being knocked down. Gathered by Bradford player. It was the last tackle, so if Saints hadn't have scored or gone in touch, Bradford would have had the changeover, but Noble coming away with it. Just brought down on his own 25 with this race, left winger, perhaps a change of, perhaps he's gone to the half-back position, the number 6 position, trying to break through. Temporarily shrugs John Fieldhouse off, but Chris Arkwright stops his gallop. And it's Noble again. Bradford taking it right. Onto Brendan White, substitute forward for Bradford. Onto forward, kicks the ball downfield, but Dennis Litherland coming up to gather it. Sits up now, he's for Dennis Litherland, Phil Weavers with him. Phil forward, comes up, takes Dennis Litherland down, and Saints coming away with Andy Platt. Solid tackle there from Mel Graham and Furbank. Saints driving forward again after that Phil Ford kick through. Harrison onto Arkwright, taking it left, onto Dwyer, onto John Fieldhouse, taking it over there to the left wing. And the ball going down, and quickly in there. Sean Allen that time stopping the Bradford player. He gathered that ball quickly from that loose pass. Looks as though he's hurrying towards the line, but Sean Allen stopped him that time. It's Bradford in possession, just outside Saints 25 and bringing the ball left. Brendan White takes the ball, straightens up, turns round, tries to unload, but solid tackling. Bernard Dwyer, Chris Arkwright, Dave Harrison thunder him to the ground. But it's Bradford again, coming cross field. Helliwell onto Holmes, fends one off, but Paul Farber and Paul Loughlin bundle him down. But it's Bradford still with the ball. Mal Graham onto Race, runs into John Fieldhouse and Chris Arkwright and bundles to the ground. And it's the last tackle now. They're going to have a go for drop goal again, but Noble, planned kick from Noble, well taken by Dennis Litherland. Tries to get away from Phil Ford there, but he just holds him down. So Phil Weavers trying to clear the line. Taking it blindside there, Roy Haggerty. Just over the 10-yard line now, and Saints still in possession with Dave Harrison bringing it to his right, onto Bernard Dwyer. Going to receive plenty of attention, this Dwyer, after that alleged foul tackle, and Doherty there trying to break through, but David Hobbs bundles him to the ground. So Harrison again bringing it back to Loughlin. Last tackle, kicks upfield. Here's Race on the left wing, gathers the ball safely. Mumby's with him, goes in field, but runs straight into Sean Allen, Dave Harrison and Chris Arkwright. So it's Helliwell again. Bradford taking it right onto White. Going crossfield, flings the ball out in the tackle. Onto Mumby now. Bradford keeping it alive. Just evades the tackle of John Fieldhouse, but Phil Weavers and Doherty in there quickly, and a bad play the ball from Bradford, and Saints capitalise on it. Phil Weavers, ball now with David Harrison, driving towards the halfway line. Well, slack marking at the play the ball there. Bradford nobody up to take the acting half-back position. Saints getting the ball, coming cross field now. Short ball onto Andy Platt, breaking the Bradford defence. Sean Allen coming inside, but Andy Platt couldn't release that ball. Paul Loughlin now taking it left onto John Fieldhouse, changing direction inside to Paul Farber. Runs one off, gets the ball out to David Harrison, takes it left, this arc right, over to Bernard Dwyer. Bernard Dwyer looking for the way through. Brought to grass there midway between the halfway and Bradford 25, with Phil Weavers up there to take the ball quickly. Take it blindside onto Roy Haggerty. Beats one man, tries to feed onto Dennis Litherland, but the ball going down. Well, this is it, so with a ball playing forward, like Roy Haggerty. He fends the man off, and with one hand tries to pass the ball out, and as is the rule, gets knocked down by the opposing team, and through the lack of support. But Bradford in possession now, just inside their own half, and bringing it to their left. Onto Furbank, linking up now with number 14 here, Potts, trying to get through, but loses the ball, being kicked forward, all on I think. Barry Ledger takes that ball, being brought down by Graham. Potts coming in there and Race, but Saints in possession on their own 25. David Harrison now trying to burrow through, but White there takes him down. Bernard Dwyer acting half-back, fends one off, goes forward just outside his own 25. Line side for Saints, onto Paul Farber, runs into three-man Bradford tackle. Ball coming back to Paul Loughlin, kick upfield. Looks though it's good, yes. Runs into touch, just inside Bradford 25. Good tactical kick there from Paul Loughlin. With 15 minutes of the second half gone so far. Bradford with the only scoring of this second half. A 5th minute Mumby penalty goal, so Bradford still in the lead, 14 points to 4. Well, at the other fixture at Nosey Road this season, on the 22nd of February, Saints won handsomely, 40 points to 14, with tries from Holding, Elliott to Clark, Ledger, Allen and Farber, and 6 Paul Loughlin goals. But Saints at the wrong end of a 14 points to 4 scoreline, with Terry Holmes taking over the scrum half. Feeds the ball, but it's one against the head, and Saints come away with the scrum. Have to make it count now. On to Sean Allen, straightens up, comes forward, back to Arkwright. Sees a half gap, brought down on his own, on Bradford 25, with Harrison acting half back, taking it left onto Doherty. Loop movement with Dwyer. Doherty looking for the gap. Taken down by Potts, substitute back for Bradford. Roy Haggerty acting half-back, shrugs one off, fields onto John Fieldhouse. Looking for the support, Doherty now in possession. Going in field, brought down 15 yards short of Bradford try line. First bit of Saints attacking this second half. Onto Roy Haggerty on the blind side there. Quickly taken, but a knock-on being ruled by referee MacDonald. Well, they've certainly done a good job in this Oddsall Stadium. As you know, Oddsall, the natural bowl, and the terrace in here is tremendous now. On the stand, free seats at the opposite side, and obviously the main stand here where we are. Let's hope the Rugby League help them out with some important matches. The ball coming out Bradford side there. Holmes feeds onto forward. It's over there on his right wing, nearly being forced into touch. Bradford still in possession, inside their own 25, onto Mumby, no way through for him. White now, substitute forward for Bradford, releases that ball to Furbank, I think. Phil Weavers takes him. Solid Saints sattling Roy Haggerty over here with Sean Allen. Stop the Bradford attack. Bradford still in possession. Mumby linking up, taken down by Loughlin, feeding inside. And a penalty to Bradford for obviously the Saints player obstructing the Bradford man in his attempts to gather that ball. So it's a penalty for Bradford, just inside their own half. So Mumby now lining up for this Bradford penalty. So just about 5 yards inside his own half. Picks for touch and finds touch 5 yards short of the 25. So Noble now to restart for Bradford. First man in, Terry Holmes, loop movement with Holmes, the ball going crossfield onto Mal Graham. Bundled down by Chris Arkwright and Andy Platt. Holmes, Hobbs and Noble working the loop there, and the ball going now to White. Tries to break through the Saints defence, so the ball being spread out. Burbank there running onto that ball, coming from deep and going through. Terry Holmes in possession for Bradford now, going crossfield, but being thundered to the ground. Chris Arkwright and Dave Harrison. So loop movement here with Helliwell and Gratian. Saints not falling for it this time, but being brought down right in front of the sticks, about 10 yards out. Are they going to have a go for drop goal again here? Back to White. Oh, forward, mile forward pass to Noble. As Noble grubbers through, the ball going dead, so it's a 25-yard restart for Saints. Quickly taken by Dave Harrison onto Sean Allen, trying to catch the Bradford side as they're getting back onside. So Saints still in possession to Arkwright, onto John Fieldhouse, driving forward, flings the ball out to Arkwright, approaching the halfway line, onto Bernard Dwyer. Well, Bernard Dwyer just getting over into the Bradford half. The Saints bringing it to the right. Andy Platt, a couple of good breaks down this right side, releases the ball, takes it left. Onto John Fieldhouse now in possession. Inside to David Harrison, in space. Sean Allen coming on the inside. Doing well there, Sean Allen brought down 10 yards short of Bradford try line. And Saints get points on the board here. Trying a goal would be essential. Bring us back into 14 points to 10. They're taking it crossfield. Bernard Dwyer beats one, but still brought down 10 yards short of the Bradford try line. Phil Vevers taking it blindside. Onto Roy Haggerty. Takes him on. Feeds back infield to Phil Vevers. No, the ball going to ground. It's the changeover this time. The first changeover of the match. So Bradford ball. I didn't catch referee MacDonald indicating there, but he's given the change over. So Bradford in possession. Midway inside their own 25. And bringing it to their left. White, tremendous forward. Ex-Leeds Halifax player, this White. Driving forward. Bradford still in their own 25. Onto Gratian. Shrugs one off. Feeds onto Potts. Down this swing here. Down the Bradford left wing. But Barry Ledger, Paul Loughlin combination, bundle him down and race again. Looks a speedy character this race, being brought down 5 yards short of the 25. Helliwell acting half back. Ball coming back to Holmes, and he kicks the touch and finds touch midway between Saints try line and Saints 25. A thunderous kick there from Holmes. Got to scrum down now. 10 yards inside Saints 25. 21 minutes of the game gone this second half, and Bradford still in a 14 points to 4 lead. The only scoring of the second half so far, a Mumby penalty goal, a 5th minute Mumby penalty goal. So Doherty to feed, ball going with the feed, coming out quickly from the back of that scrum. So Doherty down on it quickly. Ball with Sean Allen now, going crossfield, trying to create space, feed it out, but Bradford tackling hold firm. Phil Vevers up, acting half back onto Doherty, looking for to duck under the tackles and way through, but no way through for him. Andy Platt now again, ducks under one, tries to feed on, but the ball going down, being ruled to have been knocked on by referee MacDonald, so it's a scrum down 5 yards outside Saints 25. With Terry Holmes to feed. The ball, well, Terry Holmes not retiring there, the ball coming back to him, but referee MacDonald not happy with it. But he definitely didn't retire at that scrum down. He's going to have another go. From his position, you can tell he's going to feed this scrum. It's going to be right in the second row. And the ball coming out, loose forward, gathering, well, Graham, taking the loose forward. Mumby linking up there. Flicks it out to Ford. and Ford goes in for another Bradford try. And right from the base of the scrum there, Ford going in for a try. Right from the base of the scrum, Terry Holmes fed the scrum. You could see it plainly from here. Malgraham taking the loose forward position, picks the ball up, flicks onto Holmes. The ball goes over to the right wing and onto Donlan and onto Ford, and he touches down for Bradford's third try. So Bradford extend the lead to 18 points to 4 with 23 minutes of the game gone. And a comparatively easy attempt from far Mumby, but he did miss one from a similar position up at the other end. It's just not getting their act together today. Bradford coming well at the end of the season. They had a good win against Warrington at Oddsall last Sunday, 13 points. Beg your pardon, 11 points to 10. There's Mumby lining up. Takes it across the face of the goal again. So just the try, 18 points to 4. So Bradford with a 14 points lead with 16 minutes of this game remaining. So Saints have to try and pull it out of the fire now. Just that solitary 28th minute of the first half, Barry Ledger try to show as Loughlin kicks off. Ball taken by Ford. Try scorer comes crossfield, but Bernard Dwyer in there with Chris Arkwright. Bundle him down right on the 25. So Bradford bringing it left. Ball loose. Well, it looks as though it had gone backwards to me, but referee MacDonald ruling a knock-on. So it's just run down just outside Bradford 25 with Paul Doherty to feed. And the ball going in. If it's good enough for Bradford, it's good enough for us. So Saints taking the second scrum of the second half. Phil Weaver's in possession. Saints bringing it right. Roy Haggerty now, take him on. Run hard at him, Haggerty. Solid Bradford tackle. Bundle him down. Hobbs and Furbank, I think it is. The Saints spreading it right. Chris Arkwright looking to turn inside, trying to dummy the Bradford defence, but doesn't do so. Sean Allen taking the acting half-back position for Saints, bringing it blind onto Bernard Dwyer. Short ball onto Paul Loughlin, just can't get through. Tries to release that ball onto Sean Allen coming in, but his hand was knocked down and consequently the ball going to ground. Bradford quickly on it and take it right. Mumby now ducks under the tackle and brought down 10 yards outside his own 25 with Potts acting half-back for Bradford, taking it right onto Hobbs, looking for a way through, the ball being flicked out. Bradford gathering that loose ball and still in possession and bringing it left onto Gratian, crossfield onto Furbank now. Lively second row forward, looking to get the ball out, but finally bundled down by David Harrison with Dwyer around the bottom. Malgraham for Bradford in possession. Chris Arkwright, David Harrison again, thunder him down just short of the halfway line. It's the last tackle of the set of 6 for Bradford. Ball to Noble, gives it an up and under, but Phil Weaver's well positioned, takes the ball, feeds inside to Barry Ledger. Saints speed merchant and sole try scorer for today for Saints. John Fieldhouse now running towards the halfway, brought down by White and Furbank. Saints taking it left. On to Andy Platt. Dredge it out there, but an awkward ball, but touching the Bradford man. And Roy Haggerty coming away with it, but a knock-on is ruled. So it's a scrum down just inside Saints half with 27 minutes of this game gone. And Saints with an 18 points to 4 deficit. So Terry Holmes to feed the scrum. Well, that's what he did, and it comes out Bradford side. Onto Donlan, breaks out of one tackle. But brought down 5 yards inside Saints half, and Bradford still in possession. Over to Mumby linking up. Bernard Dwyer takes him down. Chris Arkwright comes in, completes the tackle. So Terry Holmes acting half-back. First time we've seen this Holmes in action. Unfortunately had a bad start with Bradford dislocating his shoulder in his first game versus Swinton, and then doing it again, having it pinned, but it's a real lively character. But Bradford in possession. One of Saints' players been taken down off the ball here. Chris Arkwright it was, but touch judges not paying any attention. The ball coming in field. Bradford with a bit of an overlap. John Fieldhouse gathering the ball and trying to release it, being knocked down by the Bradford player, but David Harrison tidies it up, and Chris Arkwright now in possession. Bradford offside there at the play the ball, but referee MacDonald is just pointing and not penalising. So when it's like that, what can you do? But Paul Farber in possession, brought down on his own 25. Terry Holmes and Mal Graham in there. Harrison taking it left onto Bernard Dwyer, misses out Chris Arkwright onto John Fieldhouse. The ball being knocked out of his grasp in the tackle, but going back to Saints, clean it up. Onto Chris Arkwright now. Short ball, Dave Harrison onto Paul Loughlin. He can stretch his legs, outpace the defence, coming inside. Onto Bernard Dwyer. Bernard Dwyer hurrying for the line. Can he outpace the defence? But forward comes Crossfield. Well, a couple of try-saving tackles far forward today. But Saints on the attack. Chris Arkwright tries to grub it through. Can he gather the ball? No. Ford gathers it, but Chris Arkwright gets his man, brings him down behind his own line. So it's a line drop out. Obviously, this is what it's needed, a bit of individualism, and Chris Arkwright trying it there, tried to grub her through, followed the ball, forward up there quickly, gathered that ball, but Chris Arkwright took him down behind his own line, so it's a drop out now. Bradford to drop out from between their own sticks. Well, a solid 55-60 yard kick there. Barry Ledger knocking it down with his feet before gathering, playing it safe, takes the ball, comes Crossfield to his own right wing, taking down 10 yards inside Bradford half, with Dave Harrison taking the acting half back and taking it left onto Andy Platt. Well, unlucky there, Saints just can't seem to get it right near the line today. And Doherty, short ball onto John Fieldhouse, brought down midway between the halfway and Bradford 25. Onto Bernard Dwyer again. Lovely dummy pass inside, using Farber as the foil. Bradford took it, but he's finally brought down short of the 25, being held down in the tackle. The Saints come away onto John Fieldhouse. Lofted pass to Barry Ledger, inside to Paul Loughlin. John Fieldhouse still being held there by the Bradford man, and Loughlin going on a crossfield run, diagonal crossfield run, but brought down on the 25, and Saints taking it left. Sean Allen onto Dennis Litherland. Roy Haggerty infield, but being... So Dennis Litherland tried to grub it through, but Roy Haggerty being impeded at that move with Saints. But no action being taken by the touch judge or the referee. Litherland trying to grub it through, but the kick was too strong, so Bradford restart on their own 25. And White flinging it out there to Graham, I think it is, for Bradford. So 9 minutes of this game remaining, and Bradford with an 18 points to 4 lead. On to David Hobbs now. Bradford just cruising now, taking it easy. The Saints have to see if they can catch them on the hop. Bradford coming left. Halliwell, that is, just gets into Saints half. Noble now taking the acting half-back position for Bradford, bringing it left. Holmes inside to Ford, but he can't gather that ball. Saints gather the loose ball and come down this wing. Platt, good forward for Saints. Platt had a good game today with his piercing runs, but we just haven't been able to penetrate the Bradford defence as much as we'd like. But going crossfield. On to Phil Weavers, John Fieldhouse, overlap here for Saints. Doherty passes on there to Dennis Litherland, picks it up. And comes Crossfield, still going Dennis Litherland, brought down 10 yards inside Bradford half. 8 minutes of this game remaining, and Saints with that sole Barry Ledger try. 28 minutes of the first half. Paul Loughlin in possession, steps out to one tackle. Barry Ledger with him, inside, must be a try for Saints. No, Barry Ledger just, Paul Loughlin taken as he tried to release that ball. The ball did come out, but Barry Ledger knocking the ball forward. And it going into touch, but to scrum down, I think it'll be a Saints feed. Going in off the Bradford man eventually. No, it's Bradford feed, Holmes to feed. 20 yards from Bradford try line. When the scrum finally packed, well, Holmes not retiring again. The ball coming straight out. Not the feeder's side. Well, the ball being turned there, and definite feed. Coming out to Holmes, he feeds onto Race. Taking it to the right. And we have a comedian here in the stand saying that I'm onside. It must be Saints when we could do with Bradford being onside. But Andy Platt there tries to bundle him down, but he gets his ball loose to Gratian, I think it is. But Bradford making ground again, throwing this ball about. Noble acting half back. Well, offside being ruled there by referee MacDonald, so further penalty to Bradford.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next in Bradford has a match this afternoon.
6 minutes of this game remaining.
Between Jeff Gratian and Terry Herbert. And that's the
Bradford with the penalty now, and Mumby to kick for touch. Finds touch just inside Saints half. About 5 yards inside Saints half. So 6 minutes of this game remaining, and Bradford with an 18 points to 4 lead. Holmes forward pass there. But the ball still with Bradford. Noble takes the acting half back. Taking it right, Holmes again onto White. Tries to feed on, does so to Noble. Bradford spreading it about. Onto Holmes again. Very lively in attack, this is the Bradford outfit. Bringing the ball left, Helliwell now, standoff. For Bradford being bundled down, but having the ball taken off him in the tackle. Chris Arkwright there, pinching that ball. Bernard Dwyer spreading it right onto John Fieldhouse. Inside to Paul Loughlin. We've had some good breaks from Loughlin, and here's another. Stretching his legs, Loughlin. Barry Ledger coming up, but just that final tackle by Potts as he was going to release that ball. It's Saints on the attack. John Fieldhouse coming blindside. Good solid run there from Saints, and Paul Loughlin taking a knock in that tackle. Ball going crossfield. Bernard Dwyer, Phil Vevers linking up with his backs. Lofted pass from Phil Vevers onto Dennis Litherland. Going diagonal run, Litherland. Brought down midfield. Being forced back. It's the last tackle for Saints. Doherty feeds it onto Dwyer. Going to grubber for touch. That does so. The ball not finding touch. Phil Ford gathers it inside his own 25. Beats 3 tackles before being finally brought down by Chris Arkwright in the same position as the kick was taken from. And Gratian crossfield onto Furbank now. Second row foul. Tried to feed it inside to Helliwell. Does so, and Bradford brought down just inside Saints 25. Paul Farber makes that tackle there, but Gratian turning round, trying to feed inside to Mal Graham, but Saints not having any of it, and Bernard Dwyer and Chris Arkwright bundle him down, so it's Noble for Bradford, taking it to the right onto substitute forward White, flicks it up onto Noble, who grubbers through for the corner, obviously for Phil Ford, but the ball just being taken by Doherty, I think, just stops it from going in touch. Paul Loughlin. No, it's not Paul Loughlin. I just couldn't see who's got that ball. Bernard Dwyer it was, coming away with it. So Saints with John Fieldhouse now, bringing it crossfield, siding through Fieldhouse, feeds inside to Sean Allen. Just lost his footing there and brought down short of the 25. Was David Harrison bringing it back for Paul Loughlin. He's going to kick upfield. Over Ford's head, but sits up nice for him. Takes the ball midway between his own 25 and the halfway line, but Roy Haggerty well in there, bundles him down right on the halfway line. About 3 minutes of this game remaining, and Bradford look as though they've won this game now with a 14 points margin, winning 18 points to 4. Bradford bringing it crossfield, brought down 10 yards short of Saints 25. coming across to Holmes, onto Furbank, linking up well, brought down by John Fieldhouse and Sean Allen, and Bradford bringing it blindside. Holmes onto Potts, Sean Allen again, and Paul Loughlin bundle him down. It's the last tackle for Bradford, this set of 6. Holmes, well, I don't know what sort of a kick that was, but obviously it wasn't the planned one. But Phil Beavers gathers it safely with Barry Ledger taking the acting half-back position, going on his own Ledger, looking to get through. Well, referee MacDonald pointing to Bradford to get onside, but as I said, he just pointed and not penalising. And Chris Arkwright coming away with a half break onto John Fieldhouse. Flicks the ball up to Phil Beavers, I think, but tackled before he had that ball and thundered to the ground. No, it was Bernard Dwyer. Bernard Dwyer was Haggerty now running through, running hard as he's done all the match, Roy Haggerty, but Saints unable to penetrate this Bradford defence, but still in possession onto John Fieldhouse. Lofted pass to Paul Loughlin, took it off his bootlaces there, did really well, but it's the last tackle now for Saints. Sean Allen brings it back to Phil Beavers, takes him on, gives the dummy, feeds inside to Barry Ledger, kicks forward but taken into touch by Race, but the ball rolls into touch. Did well there, Phil Beavers took him on the last tackle. And Saints making a substitute now with Tony Burke coming on, replacing Andy Platt. Well, unlucky there, Saints. Phil Beavers on the 6th tackle, took him on, give the dummy, head on to Ledger, grub it into touch. So it's a scrum down now, 5 yards inside Bradford 25. 5 yards inside Bradford 25, but Bradford come away with the ball, cleaned up on the scrums this second half, 5-2. Bradford in possession, all on full time now here at Odsal. Noble in possession, Burke in the freshman Burke takes him down, and it's Potts, the acting half-back for Bradford, coming away with the ball. Grayson feeds on to Graham, who spreads the ball again to Holmes. So Chris Arkwright, Paul Farber in there, thundering to the ground. Noble again. Bradford swinging it left. Onto White, looking to release the ball, does so. Another good ball playing forward, this White, onto Phil forward. Taken down by Farber with the initial tackler, Roy Haggerty. The ball coming back to Holmes. Crossfield kick, far touch, and it bounces once. Does it go into touch? Yes. Well, a real siding kick from Holmes there. About a 55-yard kick, and there's the final hooter with Bradford running out winners 18 points to 4. Saints solitary try coming from a 28 minutes first half Barry Ledger try, so a knockback in Saints championship hopes. 2 points gone down today, so we've got 2 remaining games at Wigan at Good Friday and then home to Widnes on Easter Monday, so it's essential we win these 2 games to keep up with the championship hunt.